We are proud to announce the release of Raven 4.0 for the Apple DAW Logic Pro X. Let me show you a few of the incredible features when using the Raven console specifically with Logic. We would like to introduce the brand new Raven Classic console, which was designed from the ground up to provide an analog-style mixing experience. Adjust all the faders in the session and switch between 16 and 32 faders on the MTI Max or 24 faders on the MTI2 and MTZ. Swipe solos and mutes and even skip under the desired tracks. Control the pan knobs with multi-touch for quickly panning background vocals or stereo tracks. Switch to sends mode to adjust the send level for any tracks, and use multi-touch to send multiple tracks to a reverb, delay, or parallel bus at the same time. A huge update in Raven 4.0 is the ability to see all the plugin names right in the insert area of the Raven mixer. Just press a plugin name to open it, and then hit the button again to close the plugin, or do a 3-finger tap gesture. Finally, an amazing feature of the Raven Classic console is the fader groups. Press Show Vocals to show all the vocal tracks and make adjustments. Then hit Show Drums to access all the drum tracks in the project. To make locating tracks easier, the Raven External Mixer has the ability to add custom track icons right below the fader. Just choose the icon and swipe in the box to add the icons to the desired tracks. Now anytime a track is created with that name, the icon will automatically be added. This saves so much time when mixing on large sessions. The Raven Internal Mixer gives users access to 24 multi-touch faders with instant response on its ultra-slick nano-glide surface. Control up to 10 faders at once and bake to more tracks with a swipe of a hand. The Raven Internal Mixer overlays directly on top of the DAW faders for seamless integration and access to solos, mutes, and pans. With Raven, the touchscreen display is the control surface and syncs directly over the actual DAW. Users can swipe solos and mutes and even skip underneath the undesired tracks just as easily. If users prefer to work in the edit window of the DAW, Raven 4.0 has included the Studio Mixer, making it easy to have multi-touch faders in the edit window open simultaneously. Users can zoom the session, access the single fader to adjust the level of the desired track, or press the toggle buttons on the side of the Studio Mixer to change between 8, 16, and 24 faders. The brand new Studio Mixer in Raven 4.0 provides access to the most important features in the DAW. Users can control the transport, access memory locations, and use the top 8 batch commands. The jog wheel functions can increase and decrease the size of the audio tracks in the edit window, and with a push and hold, we'll switch into navpad mode for XY control of the zoom functions, and users can switch between shuttle, scrub, or waveform view to increase the size of the waveforms in the session. With the batch command panel, users can create tracks, edit audio regions, and send complex zooming key commands to the DAW for quick workflow enhancements. Zoom the selection to the full screen and mute the regions with a single touch. Then crop the regions and zoom back out, all in the Studio Mixer. Raven 4.0 has all new SVG graphics, which allow users to resize the Studio Mixer to save screen real estate. In modern workflow, so much of our volume automation relies on small, precise moves like half dB rides on a vocal. The Raven solves this problem with a feature known as Fine Fader Mode. This mode quadruples the fader resolution and allows users to move their fingers a great distance while confining the actual fader range to 1/10 of a dB increments. This range can easily be changed or modified to a scale that fits the user's needs. With Raven and Logic Pro X, sends and buses can also be controlled with the internal mixer by pressing the Sends on Fader batch command. Toggle between different sends with the Next Send or Previous Send batch command, then flip back to normal fader mode by pressing the Sends on Fader batch command once again. To add a plugin, I can just tap the Insert Assignment area and select the plugin. You don't have to turn any generic Logic controller knobs or map out any plugin parameters. Users can just load the plugin and tweak the actual controls as if they were hardware. hide and show the different plugins with 5-finger pinch and expand gestures. The mouse and keyboard are a great tool for editing audio, but once users add in multi-touch gestures, it becomes way more powerful. With continuous gestures, users can pinch or expand their fingers to zoom in or out on the audio, or with a 3-finger swipe, resize the tracks in the same direction. Select a region, and then do a 4-finger swipe right to fit the selection to the size of the screen. Make a selection and do a 4-finger rotate right to crop the region, and then use a 4-finger swipe left to zoom out to fit all the tracks in the project. Next, select another region and do a 4-finger tap to mute the region. Finally, do a 5-finger rotate left to open the region editor window, and then do a 1-finger drag up or down to quickly adjust the gain of the region. For easy touch access to smaller objects in the DAW, hold the command modifier and do a 3-finger double tap to open the Smart tool. Make an adjustment and another 3-finger double tap to close it. Users can create summing stacks and groups with gestures as well. Do a 5-finger double tap to create a summing stack, and then open and close the summing stack with a 5-finger expand gesture. When drawing in volume automation, your finger becomes the pencil tool. It is now so quick and convenient to draw on the desired changes. After drawing in the automation, users can copy and paste it to more tracks with a 3-finger pinch and expand gestures. One of the most powerful features of the Raven software is the batch command system. The batch command system is your new virtual assistant and can execute up to 1,000 key commands, mouse clicks, menu selections, and MIDI messages, all from a single button. Here are some batch commands for creating track presets. With a single batch command, Raven will create 4 tracks, name them lead vocal, and bus them to a summing stack, and then name the summing stack and minimize it to hide the tracks in the folder. Here is another batch command for creating 4 guitar tracks with an associated summing stack, and also minimizing the summing stack. With just 2 buttons, Raven has saved the user so much time and hundreds of key commands in Logic. Batch commands can make tedious tasks really easy. These plugin preset batch commands make it possible to add our favorite plugins to the selected track with a single tap on the screen. Press the Add Compressor Batch command to send a mouse click to the next open insert in the Inspector tab and choose the desired compressor from the list. Next, press the Add Bit Crusher Batch command to go and search and add that plugin from the list. Then, hit the Add Pedal Board Batch command to add that plugin to the selected track. Finally, press the Add SSL Batch command to go pick out the channel strip from the audio units area and add it to the selected track. There is no more need to dig through the plugin list or click a little small insert button to add a plugin, as the batch commander can do all of this for the user. Raven 4.0 comes with a brand new batch command editor and layout categories to make managing batch commands and workflow much easier. Using the batch command editor features, users can create and design their own console layout by just dragging and dropping the entire batch command panel or individual batch commands to the batch command toolbar. Users can create as many batch command panels as desired and even resize the panel to 2, 4, 6, or 8 buttons. Then simply drag and drop single batch commands from other toolbars to the newly created panel. With the new batch command toolbar and category browser, switching layouts is super easy and organized depending on the desired workflow needed for the current task. With the new Raven 4.0 pop-out tools, users have access to a multitude of Raven functions in a single consolidated toolbar. This new toolbar is filled with powerful touch tools designed and mapped specifically for your DAW to enhance speed and workflow without the need to reach for the mouse and keyboard. Using the jog wheel, users can quickly navigate through sessions by scrolling the wheel or switching to navpad mode to gain XY control for zooming tracks. Each swipe on the navpad can replace the need to hit 10 key commands on the keyboard. The cursor pop-out tool is useful for navigating and selecting between tracks and audio regions. The marker tool can be used to jump between the intro, chorus, and bridge with a simple tap. Raven 4.0 has also included the Pop-Out Edit Tools window to make accessing more tools even easier. Users can select multiple tracks and send them to a folder track, and even toggle the folder track open and closed with these simple-to-use buttons. Users can break and duplicate regions. Finally, users can switch between all the possible tools with the DAW Pop-Out toolbar. This pop-out is much easier to access since it is located on the bottom of the screen. The Raven toolbars also have quick buttons and even hiding and showing plugins. The Raven software also comes with the Slate Remote. This iOS app allows users to automatically synchronize their batch commands to their iPhone or iPad. The remote can be great for stepping to the back of the room and gaining perspective of the mix while still gaining control of the transport and DAW features. This is great for engineers who are recording their own music in a separate area than the workstation.